State versus Ricardo Javier Reyes.
On its own. So I'm gonna have y'all come back tomorrow. You're not number one on the docket. There are a couple of cases that are ahead of you, so those cases may end up going before yours. We'll just see where we are, okay?
That's correct.
Respectfully, Your Honor, Mr. Rios always appears, always waits all day. This is impacting his employment. We would ask that if we're not likely to be called tomorrow, that we be released. Additionally, I have experts for this trial that we have attempted to bring in, but we never know, and because the case is older now, when we should bring those experts in. So I'm gonna have to approach the court and request additional funds for those experts if we're reset. So I would ask the court either to give us some preference tomorrow for trial, or if we can't do that, to release Mr. Rios so that he can go to work.
All right, be here exactly at 9:30, okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, I'll supposed to be here exactly at 9:30.
You understand? Now, Your Honor, respectfully, every time we come to court, we lose an entire day of work ourselves too. This is not typical of most of the courts in this county.
Oh, yeah, it is very typical.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
You can say that, Judge, but I practice in
And
the
say
courts.
that, and it very is typical, because every attorney that's here has a case that's set for jury trial. And this is what ends up happening. What ends up happening is
I will allow people to go to civil cases to be out of county, and then their client is sitting here waiting for them. And for some reason, that's the court's fault. That's not the court's fault when attorneys are not showing up at 9 or whatever, and then they stroll in at 9:30 or 9:45. So what I'm telling you all, 9:30, see y'all at 9:30. Thank you. Coordinator will give you a reset form.
Understood. Your
All
Honor,
right,
I'm
thank
trying to
you.
make a record. I don't see the court reporter typing.
What?
Okay, so we only take a record in this court when the judge tells you to? The case was called.
No, the case wasn't called. When I call the case, I call it by the style of the case.
Okay.
All right. All right. So I'll see y'all at 9:30.
Judge, I have to ask you, is this a tactic on the court's part to attempt to wear out the defendant so they can't access their right to trial?
Oh. I find that very inappropriate to say when there is no proof and people are just throwing things out. Now, what I can tell you, and I'm sure your client is aware, sometimes when we end up coming to court, we come to court because there are discovery issues. Sometimes when you're in court, you are in court because your attorney is late. And when I say late, I mean that when a case is scheduled in this court and it's scheduled for 9 a.m. and attorneys go to different courts because they want to go to different courts first, it is not the court's fault that you're sitting here for 12 o'clock or 1:30 or coming back over break. Number one, I have a lunch break. And there was a point in time where I would not take a lunch break. And the reason why I wouldn't take a lunch break is because I said, you know what?
Make a record?
I've been a defense attorney. And when I was a defense attorney, what I would always do, I'm like, I have to be in like 5 courts. It would be nice if if they could stagger their docket. And so sometimes I would be here, we wouldn't have a lunch break, and I would be here till 3 o'clock. And then you know what I discovered? When I would say that I'm going to be here till 3 o'clock, I'm working through lunch, other attorneys, you know what they would end up doing? Then they wouldn't show up in the morning. They would just show up at 1:30 or whatever, because they're like, oh, the judge is going to stay there. So I stopped doing that because I need a lunch break. And that's what happens.
So then my other question, I guess, is if you're not doing this to cause the hardship, it obviously causes on all the attorneys and the defendants. Are you doing this for the YouTube? Because we don't have a record, right? Except for the YouTube.
Yes, here's the thing. You're to be back tomorrow at 9:30. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. And once you sign the reset form, you'll be here tomorrow. If somebody goes before you, somebody goes before you. Your counsel is well aware, or should be well aware, if he's been practicing in Bear County,
For almost
that
20
there
years.
are a lot of cases that are on the docket for jury trial. So for example, I had approximately 40 cases down for jury trial today. And what ends up happening, sometimes people who are in custody take precedent because their cases are
I'm
older than
asking for a
yours.
record, by the way.
You understand? Because they're older than yours. So that's what happens. So then what
Rulings
ends
are
up
being made, there
happening,
should be a record, right?
excuse me, stop interrupting me.
Well, we're not on the
Stop
record,
interrupting me.
right? I mean, we're not in
Stop
court. if there's no record.
interrupting me.
Sir, here's your reset form at 9:30.
So what ends up happening, sir, is that people who are in custody, sometimes their cases take precedent. And the reason why it takes precedent is because their cases are older and because the jail is overcrowded. Now, as you may or may not be aware, I call the docket all the time at 9 a.m. And sometimes when I call the docket at 9 a.m., defense attorneys are not here. Your attorney knows when he has not been here at 9 a.m. And then you have to wait. And you
Judge,
need
you're
to
aware
be
that every
here.
court starts at 9.
And you need to
I have
be
other
here.
cases.
And you need to be here at 9. So when your attorney is somewhere at another court, you know what ends up happening? Your attorney has made the choice to have you sit here and go to another court before
Well,
coming
that's not
here.
exactly true,
You
because all of
understand?
those courts got
All right,
business
good luck to
accomplished.
you.
All
Thank
of us
you.
got
Thank you,
recalled
sir.
today,
Thank you,
right,
sir.
Judge? So, I mean, what did we accomplish?
Have a nice
today?
afternoon, sir.
I mean,
Sir,
that's the reason I don't come to your court at 9, because I know in another court,
Sir,
something's
here's your
gonna actually
reset.
occur.
sir,
And their courts of exactly the same
Sir.
jurisdiction.
right this way, sir.
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
All right, thank you. Hi. All right, Mr. Guzman.
Yes.
All right, so before the interpreter came, and correct me if I'm wrong, your attorneys came forward to let me know they just received a new indictment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and so that indictment, excuse me. Step away.
I was doing what the court ordered me to do and checking on the discovery.
All right, so what ended up happening is your attorneys. All right. One things have really changed the way people treat people, which I find very odd. All right, so anyway. Juan Carlos Rios. Juan Carlos Rios. Yes. June Bright. June Lorraine Bright.
That's sweater.
And that's not the one that says that's the.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 005931 State versus Ricardo Javier Reyes. Can I help you? Juan Rios. Hi, you're on this side. Your client's in the middle. Oh, what are we here for?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your Honor.
You were late.
That's why I was bringing him up.
All right.
But we are also setting the trial.
Yes.
We have a motion for continuance on file.
All right.
I don't know if you want to address that now or later.
Oh, do you have the motion for continuance? All right.
Give you a written copy. The state received it.
I've had a chance to review it. I don't have a copy with.
All right. So if you want to, you can make some copies and back and then confer with the state.
We've conferred about it. There are just a couple of matters that we need to make the court abreast.
All right. So if you'll make copies in the back. All right. Just have a seat. You're welcome. All right. Thank you. Juan Rios. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 6483 State versus Juan Rios. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Joseph Holscher for Mr. Rios.
And you are Mr. Rios?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're scheduled for jury trial today,
Yes.
and you filed a motion for continuance?
Yes, Your Honor. So in this case, there are three different blood tests.
Mhm.
We have an expert, Mr. John Castle. Mr. Castle has, I think he was embarrassed to put it in writing. He has a UTI, and I think it's developed into a kidney infection. So because he gets treated through the VA, apparently there was some delay in him getting the UTI addressed.
Mhm.
He has a set of appointments scheduled to put him on antibiotics. We conferred with the state on dates, but he's unavailable now. And I really do need a blood expert because, like I said, there's three separate blood draws and tests in this case.
State?
Judge, I conferred with Mr. Holscher. We are ready to proceed today, but I'm not objecting to his motion.
All right, so when was the expert retained for this?
He was retained, gosh, maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
All right, so you need to find out from your expert when he's actually available.
We put that in the motion and the state conferred on 2 dates with us. So I think they were saying they were pretty packed on November 17th, and the alternate date, the state said that they would have all of their people was in February.
Well, no, I mean, it's saying that he's not available to appear October 14th through 17th. So
He has his appointments.
those when he has his appointments.
He
So-
also was given a home.
So someone needs to see for the court, and I need it in writing, whether or not he's available on the 20th.
October 20th.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, no, we can start jury trial this week. He
Sorry.
just. So,
I understand.
all right, thank you.
Uh,
So you all, yes,
Sorry. I think in the motion, he said when he would be available. I think there was a date. I apologize. In his email.
I'm not sure. So the version that I had, it contained like an exhibit A that was attached. Does the court have that?
yes, I do. So we can still, it seems here. He says he's unavailable through October 14th through the 23rd. So y'all need to talk to him, and if he's available next week, we can do jury selection today and then continue it through next week.
I'll give him a call and come back.
Yes. All right, who else? Thank you. Who else is ready? All right, Juan Rios. 6th time is the charm. All right.
The call did not go as expected.
Oh, it did not?
I know, you can get on the record if you want.
Sure. Oh, what is it?
He's in the hospital. He apparently has blood clots in his lungs. So when I called him and I sent Miss Galloway the text that he sent me of his hospital wristband. So I don't know when John Castle is going to be available at this point. I apologize.
Judge, he did provide me that information that he stated. So I conferred with him previously about dates that would work consistent with the exhibit A that was attached to his motion, which was November 17th, I believe, is what the witness indicated the earliest that he would be available. So I did let Mr. Holscher know that I do have a case that may proceed to trial on the 12th of November. So I'm not sure if that case will carry over.
All right, what page is this case on?
But November 17th, and then the other date in February, I believe we were agreed upon those 2 dates.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. Norma? Recall this case for. All right, this case is gonna be recalled for October 16th. I'm gonna need some better information on what the status is. And at that time, the court will make a ruling on your motion for continuance.
Thursday, Jeff's here. 9
Yes.
a.m.
Yes,
Does Mr. Rios need to attend?
yes.
Just checking.
All right. Is there anything else?
Not at this point, Judge.
All right.
Kind of concerned that we might have trouble.
Well, don't put that in the universe.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you back then. All right, Juan Rios.
We shared these with the state.
Mhm.
These are letters from witnesses hospital.
State, any objection to the court review of this?
No, Judge, I've had a chance to review them this morning.
Okay. Oh, this is blurry.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 6483, State versus Juan Carlos Rios. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Joseph Holster for Mr. Rios, ready on our motion for continuance, but not ready.
All right, so with counsel, with regards to your motion to continuance, are you seeking to amend to include this as an exhibit?
I am asking to include it as an exhibit, Judge, the two letters that I've given you, we can mark them collectively with things.
Okay.
I've tended to the court what has been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 1, which is two letters
Everyone, please whisper.
from Shannon Medical Center, which is a hospital in San Angelo, Texas. Our expert, John Castle, was admitted to the hospital on Sunday evening and was in the process of still being diagnosed. They said he had blood clots in his lungs when we came on Tuesday, and the court had asked us to get more paperwork than the photos he sent us of his hospital bracelet. So we've managed to get that paperwork, but unfortunately, they cannot give us a date when he will recover. It just says that he will be expected date is to be determined pending further medical stability, and that he is unable to attend court. So the dates that we put in the motion for continuance are not dates. The defense is here, Judge, under the circumstances, whenever the court would allow us to be here and an expert would be available. The dates that we put in were dates that the state said all of their witnesses were available. So we're flexible, but the dates that we have suggested in the motion for continuance, we know that the state's witnesses.
All right, so, and what is your witness's expertise in?
He is our toxicologist. This case has 3 blood draws with different results. So he is actually probably more important than accident reconstructions in this case, which is an intoxicant, obviously.
All right, so this is, I'm sorry, State, do you have any objections to the motion for continuance?
Not at this time.
All right, so the court will grant the defense's motion for continuance. This is going to be reset in November. At November, there's going to need to be a date of when he's expected to be released. And if it's still undetermined, you may need to have another expert.
I will tell you, Judge, as soon as I get that information, we will be happy to notify the court and the state. Also at this time, for due diligence, although he is in San Angelo, I would like to ask the court for permission to depose him in case he passes away.
Well, you need to confer with the state on those. The state will need to be present to perform their cross-examination. If that is something that both parties agree with, and there's no objection, we can do it by Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then it could be recorded.
I want the court to be aware of the state. We have also, out of abundance of caution, already contacted other experts. We haven't authorized court funds for that, and I don't know that we should do that just yet. But I want everybody to know that we are doing due diligence, and I will actually send over notice of a proposed expert today.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, set this in November. Yes. And at that time, the court is going to need to have a date. All right, we'll be back on November 18th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is what we're going to do. Norma?
The courtroom opens with controlled frustration
this
as Juan
case
Carlos
for-
Rios waits, again, trapped in the slow grind of a crowded
All right,
docket.
this case is going to be recalled
His
for
attorney
October
presses
16th.
the judge,
I'm gonna need
warning that
some
repeated delays
better
are costing
information
Rios his job
on
and
what the
draining
status
resources
is.
meant for trial.
And at that time,
The
the court
judge
will make a
listens,
ruling on your motion
unmoved,
for continuance.
insisting on a strict
Thursday,
return
Judge,
time
here.
and signaling
Yes.
that patience is running
Yes.
thin.
Just Mr.
Then the
Rios,
tension
please.
spikes when a question
Yes.
is raised that no one expected,
checking.
hinting
Alright.
at something
there anything
deeper
else?
beneath the delays.
Not at
As the
this point,
hearing
Judge.
continues,
All right.
the courtroom
concern
shifts
is
from
we
scheduling
might-
irritation to open conflict.
Well, don't put that
The
in the
defense
universe.
suggests the repeated
Yeah.
resets feel strategic, even
All right.
oppressive,
We
and the
will see
judge
you back
responds
then.
sharply, defending the system, the docket, and her authority. The air
All right,
tightens as
Juan
accusations
Rios.
of unfairness collide with explanations of overcrowded jails,
Yeah,
late
share
attorneys,
this with the
and a
state.
judge determined to keep control.
These are letters
And
from
just as the clash peaks,
witnesses,
the case
hospital.
takes an unexpected turn. Juan Carlos Rios
State,
stands at
any
the center
objection
of
to
a
the court
procedural
review?
storm,
No, Judge, I
not
had a
accused
chance to review
anew,
them this
but
morning.
stalled by timing, logistics,
is
and
blurry.
human limits.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's
His
okay.
attorney fights to protect his right to a fair trial, clashing with a judge balancing
All right.
dozens of
The court
cases and a
is
system
calling
under strain.
2023 CR
What begins as a simple
6483.
request for release
State
becomes a
versus
heated
Juan
debate
Carlos
about responsibility,
Rios. Can I have
courtroom
parties
order,
announced
and
for the
respect.
record?
Megan Galloway for the
The
state.
first turning point comes
Joseph
when the
Holster for
defense
Mr.
crosses a
Rios,
line,
ready on our motion for
questioning the
continuance
court's
for property.
motives, triggering a firm response from the bench. Then the
All right,
story
so
pivots.
Counsel, with regards to your
The
motion
focus
to
shifts from
continuance, are you
confrontation to
seeking
crisis as
to
a key
amend
defense
to
expert
include
suddenly
this
becomes
as an
unavailable,
exhibit?
hospitalized
I
with
am
serious
asking to
medical
include it as an
complications.
exhibit, Judge, the two letters that I've
Arguments
given you.
give way
Mark
to
them
medical
collectively with
records,
the case.
and urgency replaces frustration.
I've tended to the
The
court what has
judge
been marked
reassesses
as
the
defendant's
situation and
exhibit
grants a
1, which
continuance,
is two letters
acknowledging the case
Everyone,
cannot
please
proceed without
whisper.
essential
from
testimony.
Shannon Medical Center,
In
which
the
is a
end,
hospital in
justice.
San Angelo, Texas.
Authority meets
Our
limitation,
experts on
emotion meets
Castle.
procedure, and the courtroom demands patience.